Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Sawa Speak and Write Arabic Basics lesson number 2. Last lesson we've learned about the Arabic alphabet, the letters and the vowel signs. And this lesson is going to be about the letters Lam Alef, Hamza, Alef Maqsurah and Ta marbutah. As you've noticed, there are these four letters which we are going to learn in this lesson. They do appear in some words in Arabic, but somehow they are not included in the Arabic alphabet. And today we are gonna discuss these four letters and why they are there and what's their work, what do they do, how they are pronounced and things like that. So let's start with number 1, Lam Alif. Lam Alif. We know there is the letter Lam and the letter Alif. And Lam Alif, like it's called Lam Alif, it is a Lam plus an Alif. But we have learned, I've uploaded a PDF file about how every letter is written medial, isolated, and at the end, and things like that. And like we can see now in this PDF, the Lam, if it's at the beginning, it looks like that. And an Alef will be just a stroke before it and then a stroke up at the end. And it makes sense that it should, every smart one would just think now, okay, Lam and Alef should look like that, as we have it here in the PDF file. Lam Alef, Lam plus Alef should look like that. Again, look from the right to the left, but it's not. The Lam Alef can be written in two ways, which is this way. You put like an Lam, like it's written at the beginning, and you put just the Alef stroke right on it. Doesn't look like in the end, it does look like it's isolated on the Lam. Or you make this kind of, just make a stroke and a loop and again a stroke to the left, and that would be the Lam Alif, and it's pronounced as La. La. La in Arabic means no. So that's about Lam Alif. Wasn't that hard? And now we move to number 2, which is the Hamza. Hamza can be set on 3 letters and on the line. So we have seen the Hamza already on an Alef, like it's the first letter in the alphabet, in the Arabic alphabet. So here we have, I've made some examples. Hamza placed on an Alef, we have the word here, Ras, Ras. If it would be just an Alef without this Hamza, it would be Ras. But with Hamza, it is pronounced Ras, Ras. Do you hear this? It's kind of like you are separating the word into 2 parts. You make a stop and then pronounce the second part of the word. It's like Ras. Okay, Ras means head, by the way. Then Hamza placed on a Waw, Waw, which has an U sound, remember? So Hamza on a Waw. We have Lu, 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 Lu. If the Hamza would not be there, it would be called Lulu. And with an Hamza, it is a Lu, Lu. Can you hear it? The Lu, Lu. Okay, and Lu, Lu means pearl. Sounds kind of funny. A Hamza placed on a Nabira. Nabira is just a stroke. It's not a letter, it's just a stroke where you can put an Hamza on it. A Hamza on it. Okay, so Hamza on Nabira is Bi'r, Bi'r, Bi'r. Again, if it would be a ya, for example, it would be Bir, but with an Hamza on it, it's Bi'r, Bi'r. It's a bit difficult to pronounce, Bi'r, because it's a sukun on it. Okay, then Hamza placed on the line, we have the word Dif, Dif. Dif means warmth. Um, I just wanted to show you the, for examples, how the where the Hamza can be put. It's not really a big deal that you memorize these words now or things like that. Just wanted to show you where Hamza can appear, because a lot of people, I've noticed a lot of people just ask why is the Hamza on the line? Why is the Hamza here? Why is the Hamza here? They always think that Hamza can only be put on an Alif. So I just want to show you that Hamza can be put on other letters. Okay, so like I said, the Hamza, when a Hamza appears in a word, it sounds as if you would cut the word in two parts. I made some other examples now. First word, رأس, رأس. As you can see in English letters, I've put a small dash between. It's not two syllables, but something like that. So it's رأس. You make a stop and then continue. رأس. Okay, the next word, I've put Hamza with other vowel signs on it, like you have noticed at the beginning. I always use words where the Hamza has a sukun on it, the vowel sign sukun, and like the letter will be silent. But now I want to show you other words where the letter is not silent, with maybe kasra, fatha, dhamma, and so on. So next word is توأم. توأم. We have the alif with an hamza on it and a fatha, which had the sound, and it's توأم. You can see in ra's, it was like an just a stopping, like ra's, but now توأم, we have an here. Okay, توأم. Just separate the word and cut it in two pieces. So if the Hamza wouldn't be here, how would it be pronounced? Exactly, it would be توأم, but with an Hamza on it, it's توأم. توأم. توأم means twins. Okay, next word, لئيم. لئيم. You can see a lam with a fatha, la. Then we can see the nabira with an hamza on it and a kasra. So the sound of this nabira with hamza and kasra on it would be e. So it is لئيم. لئيم. Okay, next word, رؤوف. رؤوف. You can see ra with fatha is ra, and then we have a waw with a hamza on it and a dhamma, and it's u, but again like cut into, like when this hamza comes, the first part would be everything before this letter with the hamza on it, and the second part would be like this hamza and everything after it. So the first part is ra, and then the second part is oof. Ra'oof. Also in la'im, it would be lam with fatha, la, the first part, and then comes the nabra with the hamza, and it's called im. So it's la'im. In taw'am, the first part is taw, because the hamza is the third letter here, on the third letter. So it's taw, then taw'am. Okay, I guess we're done with hamza. Now we move to Alef Maqsurah. Alef Maqsurah looks just like an ya. It's right, it looks just like a ya, but it doesn't have two dots underneath it. It's the same shape without the dots, and it's called Alef Maqsurah. We know Alef. What is Alef? Yes, Alef is the first letter of the alphabet, of the Arabic alphabet, and it has an a sound. And it's called Alef Maqsurah, this letter. And Maqsurah means shortened. So it's a shortened Alef. Alef Maqsurah. And the Alef Maqsurah can only be added at the end of a word. So it only has a final shape. And it has a sound like an a, but shorter. So now we have examples like the word ala, huda, صدى فتى. Again, the words aren't that important, but I just wanted to show you how the Alef Maqsurah appears in the words. It's always at the end and looks just like a ya with no dots underneath it. Okay, so you don't get confused. Never think like, oh, this is an ya. Read it Ali. No, it's ala. It's an Alef Maqsurah. Okay, next, point number 4. Ta marbutah. Ta marbutah. Ta marbutah is also a letter that can only be placed at the end of a word, and the job of ta marbutah is to feminize the word. Like if we have a word, some kind of adjective, for example, like, I don't know, sad. Let's take sad, okay? And you want to say this boy is sad, okay? And you say hazin. Hazin means sad. Then you want to say it about a girl. You have to put this ta marbuta to you add it at the end of the word, and it turns to hazina. Ta marbuta looks just like a ha. Ha, remember the letter ha, but it has 2 dots on top of it, and it also can only have a final shape, and it has an ha sound, an h sound. Okay, if we read the word isolated, or we stop at that word in the sentence we are reading, but it has a t sound. A t sound if it's at the beginning of a sentence or in the middle of a sentence, like we continue reading. If you continue reading the sentence, it has a t sound then. Okay, we're gonna take an example now, and we take the word beautiful. Beautiful in Arabic, again from right to the left. I know I can say it enough. Right to the left. Jamil. Jamil. This word means beautiful in Arabic, jamil, but it's masculine. And if you want to make it feminine, you have to add ta marbuta. So jamil turns to jamila. Jamila. You can hear I pronounce the ta marbuta as an ha. It has an ha sound. Jamila. And okay, now I made a small sentence. فتاة جميلة. فتاة جميلة. Or we can read it فتاة جميلة. Okay, if we stop, like you can see, فتاة means girl and jamila means beautiful. فتاة جميلة means beautiful girl, and as you noticed, I pronounce it as an H and as a ta. But the point here is that if you want to pronounce it as a ta, even if you stop, I mean, it's not totally wrong, but let's say it's more correct to pronounce it as an ha sound if you stop. So, but if you speak out this ta, you can just say fatatun jamilat. I know in a lot of Turkish words are original Arabic, like have this, they speak out the ta, but without vowel signs. And fatatun jamilat, this is not possible. You can't say jamilat. You can either say jamila or jamilatun. In Turkish there are words like sa'at, jannat, and things like that, and they speak out the ta, but without the vowel signs on it, and in Arabic it is wrong. You can't pronounce like that. You have to either speak it out and pronounce it as an ha or ta, but with vowel signs on it. Fatatun jamilatun or fatatun jamila. And okay, so now then I made a longer sentence where the word is in the middle of the sentence. So fatatun jamilatun tal'abu bilkura. Okay, fatatun jamilatun tal'abu bilkura. A beautiful girl is playing with the ball. Tal'abu means playing. Bilkura means with the ball. So fatatun jamilatun tal'abu bilkura. Here you can say fatatun jamila tal'abu bilkura. You have to pronounce the ta with the vowel signs on it. which is double dhamma, and double dhamma is pronounced as an u with an n at the end, like un. Double fatha would be an, and double kasra would be in. So fatatun, again fatatun jamilatun, not jamila, you can't stop here. Fatatun jamilatun tal'abu bilkura. Okay, I hope this lesson was helpful. Let me know what you think about it, and إلى اللقاء. See you next time.